Let's do another Ico run, mainly because I kind of messed up the last one. I mean, it wasn't that bad of a run, all things considered, but hey, things happen sometimes, and when it doesn't happen well, it doesn't happen well. Also, I might need to change my setup, but we'll see. I did some audio tweaking here, so hopefully everything sounds good, but we do have Ath into the scars, but I'll explain more as we get into it because, yeah, we're just doing the setup here. So, without further ado, as we get into Ath Scars character exclusive Ico again, character exclusive Ico once more. Yeah, we're just gonna do Ico one more time. We will rotate. There are a few characters I need to play. I didn't add any custom content since the last episode because haven't really run into anything else yet. But dexterity, charisma, Takshisan second, encounter, strength, and maybe a light check. But we're going strength. To that end, we're still going to do the... I think I'm just going to hug the illegal den. I do want to do hardware store if I want to play really consistently. Really consistently. I'll use the hardware store. But as I move on with my life for a moment here, and we look at the mysteries, yeah, you're not going to see too much else. We're not going to do any custom mysteries, so whatever I get is what I get. So this time we're just going to go full vanilla, even though we're using custom content still. Sailors, teacher, arms, botanist, and nails. Wow. Teacher arms into nails, although if we run into roads closed, I guess we cry. And we'll see what happens. Don't know if the cicadas will cry, but we gotta pick something. So, I think for the... Well, it doesn't really matter, actually. We'll do nails first. We can still brace, but hey, we're also still on scars. But that's usually a net positive, unless you're me and then you just go into a forest and don't fight anything. But I'm shrugging in real life, as I say. Things happen, and if they happen poorly, they happen poorly. Running shoes could be interesting, but usually, at least for me, I don't get my dooms worth. It costs 10 doom, and every time you run with running shoes, you save 2% doom over the 5 doom that you normally spend running away, which means usually about 5 battles you want to run away from, which I can think of 5 battles, but we could turn this into a kick run instead. That would be interesting. The question is, do I do that? We do have Ico's plush toy. If we run into a ghost, this is gonna feel pretty bad. So, And we don't have that much doom. But if I reroll and I get nothing, that's pretty bad too. I'm gonna reroll here. Well, alright, well, we're gonna live with the meat cleaver. Better than, I think, the last time. I think there was a run recently where I got 4 damage, same damage, but 100 speed, which does make a difference. you are not able to prep attack after a certain fluctuation of speed. That I remember for sure. But as we continue moving on here, and a dog borks in the background for whatever reason, because I'm recording at a time I shouldn't hear dogs borking, but hey, we'll return it for the doom. I thought it was a doom decrease. I don't remember these events at all, which is something I wanted to say. Yeah, I've obviously run into these events before, but it's been a while. I don't remember how long exactly. I want to say about 6 months at least. But if I were to try to be more accurate, I would say about 9 months. But I don't know if I'm correct. I could have been shorter. Could have been longer actually. And here's me forgetting that I need to visit the police station. We don't have a hospital thing. We do have forest stuff, so police patrols it is. Specifically, without me generalizing and being vague, we have forest mysteries, which will not be good if the forest remains at max threat level, and we do 89,000 investigations. I don't know why I default to that number, 89,000, but hey, 42. Really got badly bleeding there? Well, it's not, at least it's not a 100% chance to lose stamina upon investigation, but I still don't appreciate it. And like I said before, we barely get to do a prep attack, which means any fluctuation until we get a point of strength of the meat cleaver, if we were on a random item stat run, results in not being able to prep attack, which is a kind of... Even at this stage, I might just want to go for, I don't even want to handcuff this, actually. Especially since we have Takshisan. So, I think, funny enough, this is my first encounter. So, hooray for scars. But, again, to continue... How do I want to say? To explain better... Nice loss of Bath, by the way. To explain better, the damage reduction from scars, on Harbinger at least, is usually still better. You're usually not in need of... What's the word I'm trying to find? You're usually not in need of healing due to back-to-back events hurting you like this. So it's normally not an issue. But if your RNG is basically bad enough to be more objective about it, then you will just not run into any enemies, and therefore you don't benefit from the damage decrease. But hey. Now, the fact that I'm continuing to take damage through events, even when I'm succeeding, isn't great, but it beats failing and getting worse. Also, I'm still badly bleeding, by the way, so let's take care of that. And let's see what else I want to do. I'm going to take a curse for this. This might be a bad idea. Well, it's not the worst idea, but Insomnia is still pretty not good. We also have a few hospital investigations here, but it's still worth it to leave the patrols at the forest. And we'll see what happens. Oh my goodness gracious, this is absolutely terrible though. Do we get out? Yeah, we do. We take 1 all for it, but we get out at least. I'm gonna drink this bottle of water in case something weird happens. But we do get out. Now, could we have done better? This is also our second encounter, I believe. Forgotten Patient. I'm just gonna heal stamina here to be safe. Running shoes is interesting. Do I need to run from anything? Yeah, probably like the Dream Eater. Period. You'll notice I'm not calling it a name anymore. It's because I didn't think that it was as bad as name as possible. Now, nothing bad has happened to me as I failed the ICO check, but just being safe. Anywho, let's see here. Well, I could gobble down these painkillers, but is it worth handcuffing this? Not really. In fact, I might as well go for a dodge. I think I still get to... Do I get to do anything? Not really, unless I want to gamble. Do I want to gamble? We're going to find out when we... if we dodge this. No, we don't dodge this. So, just prep attack, and then we put the sensor bunny on screen. So, I'm trying to be a little consistent here, although my mind can change. That's not... I'm not saying I'm inflexible, but if I'm going to censor this, I might as well stop using, calling certain monsters a certain thing, even though I don't think it was that bad, but you're never sure with robots, if anything else, so... And then, yeah, we're still bracing here for the sake of badly bleeding, for those who don't know, and are joining me and my videos on World of Horror late here. That being said, I did want to juggle a game or two along with World of Horror still, but yeah, doing some game dev. On that note, still going through the motions. I'm actually doing research because I feel like the writing of my story is not really that great. So, I mean, it's okay when I look at things in perspective, but still, I want things to be better. So, that's why we're staying around. 50% doom on a third mystery, by the way. That's not good, because I need to rest here as well. So, although hot bath would have been nice, we need the rest now. So, we're gonna visit the monument once, but yeah, when you don't run into a lot, well, I think I ran into like one battle a mystery, which usually you run into like 1.5, 1.75 battles per mystery, including bosses. So when you don't run into what you want to run into, pain. That being said, we are taking a okay, well, yeah, we might as well dodge here if we're gonna do that. Our odds are better here. Will it happen? No. Goodness. I mean, it's better than losing 2. It's probably than losing 3. I think Suta-chan would do at least 3 stamina here, but... Okay. But yeah, as for game dev, still just making sure that the plots I'm writing are okay. Even though, like I said, it's not going to be a very huge game that I've planned, but hey, we can't use that spell. It would be nice to use that spell. There's Hot Bath, by the way. It would actually be useful to get Hot Bath, but... I'm just gonna choose it. Either one is okay, even though Hot Bath is a little worse because my Doom's so high, and we can't spend any Doom, so... Basically, you don't know how... Well, you don't know. I'm not gonna say that because that's not exactly true. It would be very, very good to have... I'm just doing this to be lazy. I should be doing boost strong, but... It would be better for Aiko, even though Aiko's already good, but if we're talking about buffing her further, or at least the perk Hot Bath, if Hot Bath lowered the Doom cost of resting by 1, that does multitudes better. Well, not multitudes better than adding 1 stamina, 1 reason. It would still be better, though, in my opinion, I think. But, So, now our question is, do we run into the thing? We have Painkiller, so effectively we're on 6 stamina. But I guess it doesn't matter when you just run into reason loss, so... Here's hoping. I could have voided there, but our Doom's already high enough as it is. That being said, as I've said before, you really should just rest if you have 2 or 1 stamina reason. There's no reason to take a risk. Even on non-Harbinger difficulties, an event, especially if it's a custom event, will take away 2 to 3 stamina or reason still, especially with penalty damage. But we do have Timeline B to deal with here, so guess we're just gonna go all out and hope we hit at least 3 attacks per this. But that's also very good, because then we can just do this. Yeah, and a 1 stamina boss encounter, that's very good. Unfortunately, it's the events I'm worried about, and because I'm working with custom events, I feel like custom events on average do more damage, and sometimes the rewards are better, but I don't know that for sure because I haven't had to play with a lot of custom events for the past 3 to 6 months. I know I've played custom content within the last 3 to 6 months, but not as much as I would have liked to, but... Yeah, let's keep moving. Actually, I should have healed Reason here. But, hey. Tell the truth. Bye. We do have some certain out events. I think custom events are... They're more... There's more diversity, if that makes any sense, in terms of what happens in events. Some events can give you great weapons, and a lot more events give you basically a zeros or nothing. But, as I take 3 Reason to the face... on a base event and die. I guess we'll stick with that. Wow, I really didn't get to do that. How many, out of just a quick quiz for myself or others if you want to play along for the last 15 seconds of the video, how many custom events did I run to? I feel like I ran to like at least 7. Obviously dying earlier, I could have, if I went through the whole run, I could have gotten a lot more, but that didn't happen. So I'm going to say 7, and future Jordan will find out as I go on to the next video. We'll play as another character.